यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रज हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम वासुदेवाय
ॐ नमो भगवते 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 वासुदेवाय
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवतेरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलम् शुकमुखातमृतद्रवसंयुतम् पिबत भागवतं रसमालयम् मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः नाम संकीर्तनं यस्य
नाम संकीर्तनं यस्य
सर्वपापप्रणाशनं
सर्वपापप्रणाशनं
प्रणामदुःखशमनं
प्रणामदुःखशमनं
तं नमामि हरिं परम्
ॐ नमामि हरिं परम्.
Reading from first canto, Srimad Bhagavatam. So, thank you for joining today morning. You're all in Sattva Guna. So, all the students, so you all wake up usually very early, or today was an exception? I've never gone so early. I was very lazy when I was a student. Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto. .16, right? Oh, thank you. 1.1.17.
This I think probably we have done, right?
Okay. 17 we have done. Okay. 19 also we have done, I think. Okay. We have read 20. We have read 20 or 21?
We haven't done 20.
I think we did 20, no? Did we not do 20? Anyone? Sai Ram?
17, 18.
Yeah, 17, 18 we did.
Yeah, I know, but okay. We did 19. So let's do 20. You can repeat after me. Kritavan kila karmani
कृतवान् किल कर्माणि
saha ramena keshavaha
सह रामेण केशवः
saha ramena keshavaha
सह रामेण केशवः
atimartyani bhagavan
अतिमर्त्यानि भगवान्
gudha kapatamanushaha.
गूढकपटमानुषाः
कृतवान् किल कर्माणि
कृतवान् किल कर्माणि
सह रामेण केशवः
सह रामेण केशवः
अतिमर्त्यानि भगवान्
अतिमर्त्यानि भगवान्
गूढकपटमानुषः
गूढकपटमानुषः
कृतवान् किल कर्माणि
कृतवान् किल कर्माणि
सह रामेण केशवः
सह रामेण केशवः
अतिमर्त्यानि भगवान्
अतिमर्त्यानि भगवान्
गूढः कपटमानुषः
गूढकपटमानुषः
कृतवान् किल कर्माणि
कृतवान् किल कर्माणि
सह रामेण केशवः
सह रामेण केशवः
अतिमर्त्यानि भगवान्
अतिमर्त्यानि भगवान्
गूढकपटमानुषः
गूढकपटमानुषः
कृतवान् किल कर्माणि
कृतवान् किल कर्माणि
सह रामेण केशवः
सह रामेण केशवः
अतिमर्त्यानि भगवान्
अतिमर्त्यानि भगवान्
गूढकपटमानुषाः
गूढकपटमानुषः
कृतवान् किल कर्माणि
कृतवान् किल कर्माणि
सह रामेण केशवः
सह रामेण केशवः
अतिमर्त्यानि भगवान्
अतिमर्त्यानि भगवान्
गूढकपटमानुषः
गूढकपटमानुषः
कृतवान् किल कर्माणि
कृतवान् किल कर्माणि
सह रामेण केशवः
सह रामेण केशवः
अतिमर्त्यानि भगवान्
अतिमर्त्यानि भगवान्
गूढः कपटमानुषः
गूढकपटमानुषः. No, sorry. Tight.
कृतवान् किल कर्माणि
कृतवान् किल कर्माणि
सह रामेण केशवः
सह रामेण केशवः
अतिमर्त्यानि भगवान्
अतिमर्त्यानि भगवान्
गूढकपटमानुषाः
गूढकपटमानुषः कृतवान् किल कर्माणि
सह रामेण केशवः
अतिमर्त्यानि भगवान् गूढकपटमानुषः Okay. कृतवान् done by किल what कर्माणि acts सह along with रामेण बलराम केशवः श्री कृष्ण अतिमर्त्यानि superhuman भगवान् the personality of Godhead गूढः masked as kapata apparently manushah human being. Someone want to read the translation?
Lord Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, along with Balarama, played like a human being, and so masked, he performed many superhuman acts.
Thank you. Anyone wants to read the purport?
The doctrines of anthropomorphism and zoomorphism are never applicable to Sri Krishna or the personality of Godhead. The theory that a man becomes God by dint and penance and austerities is very much rampant nowadays, especially in India, since Lord Rama, Lord Krishna and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were detected by the sages and saints to be the personality of Godhead. As indicated in revealed scriptures, many unscrupulous men have created their own incarnation. This process of concocting an incarnation of God has become an ordinary business, especially in Bengal. Any popular personality with a few traits of mystic powers will display some feat of jugglery and easily become an incarnation of Godhead. As popular vote, Lord Sri Krishna was not that type of incarnation. He was actually the personality of Godhead from the very beginning of his appearance. He appeared before his so-called mother as four-armed Vishnu. Then at the request of his mother, he became like a human child and at once left her for another devotee at Gokula, where he was accepted as a son of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Mata. Similarly, Sri Baladev, the counterpart of Sri Krishna, was also considered a human child born of another wife of Sri Vasudeva. In the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says that his birth and deeds are transcendental, and that anyone who is fortunate as to know the transcendental nature of his birth and deeds will at once become liberated and eligible to return to the kingdom of God. So, knowledge of the transcendental nature of the birth and deeds of Lord Sri Krishna is sufficient for liberation. In the Bhagavad Gita, the Bhagavatam, the transcendental nature of the Lord is described in 9 cantos, and in the 10th canto, his specific pastimes are taken up. All this becomes known as one's reading of the literature progress. It is important to note here, however, that the Lord exhibited his divinity even from the lap of his mother, that his deeds are all superhuman. He lifted Govardhana hill at the age of 7, and that all these acts definitely prove him to be actually the supreme personality of Godhead. Yet, due to his mystic covering, he was always accepted as an ordinary human child by his so-called father and mother and other relatives. Whenever some Herculean task was performed by him, and the father and mother took it otherwise, and they remained satisfied with unflinched parental love for their son. As such, the sages of
Naimisharanya
describe him as apparently resembling a human being, but actually he is the supreme almighty personality of Godhead.
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णाप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम्। To hear Srimad Bhagavatam is very auspicious, especially in the morning. The morning time, as we were discussing yesterday, is meant for the cultivation of Sattva Guna. Tada rajastamo bhavaha kamalobhadayaschaye chetai retai anavidham. When one performs these activities, what happens? Tada, at that point of time, rajastamo bhavaha. Whatever agitation is there is some agitation in all of us. That means there is Rajoguna. There is some laziness, procrastination that is there. Some indifference, some desire to cause violence to others. So you might say, I don't desire to cause violence. But I feel very secure if you lose your job. So this is another form of violence. When someone fails in the interview, you feel a little secure. You didn't pass the interview. Oh, really? My mouth is saying. Inside, Apadi. I also didn't get the job. You also didn't get the job. If you got the job, misery loves company. So I would not have any company. So this is another tamoguna, where I like others to fail. This is something that's there in everyone in this world. And agitation to overcome someone, agitation to establish my superiority, agitation to, that's what they show in Indian movies, right? The villain, the hero proves to the villain, see, I can do this better than you. So these are all symptoms of Rajoguna, and these agitate us actually. Agitates, something covers. So when you read Srimad Bhagavatam, what happens? Tada, at that point of time, rajastamo bhavaha, kama lobhata yastaye. This rajastamo bhavaha that is present in our heart. Kama lobhadayaha. Beginning from kama lobha, kama, krodha, lust, anger, greed, delusion, overestimating something, underestimating something, the sense of I, sense of mine. Immediately we put our identity in so many places. I start thinking that this is success, and as soon as I start thinking this is success, I need to have so much money, I need to have so much followers. I manufacture a definition of success, I put my identity there, and I measure myself on that basis. I don't have to, but I measure myself. So in this way, this poor soul, we are all very poor. So we are all called Dina in the eyes of Bhagavatam. I can say I'm earning $200,000, or I can say I'm looking to go to the Bay Area and get something in Google. The Bhagavatam says, even if you work for Google, you are very poor. Why are you poor? Because you have always the feeling that I don't have anything. This person has more than me. That is poor. You don't feel rich. You don't feel satisfied. You don't feel completely bliss. You always feel a sense of lack. That is called poverty, is it not? So who's satisfied in this world? One who's free from rajastamo bhavaha kamalobhadayastaye chetaihi etaihi anavidham. In your consciousness, this rajastamo bhavaha is completely cleansed. And then what happens? Sthitam sattve prasidati. We actually relish our own existence, our pleasure that we have been hiding ourselves from. Sthitam sattve prasidati. So when we read this Srimad Bhagavatam every day, so Bhagavatam mentions we read this before we start Bhagavatam. Nigama kalpataror galitam phalam shukamukhat amritat darva samyutam pipata bhagavatam rasamalaya muhuraho rasikabuyu bhavakaha nashta prayeshu abhadreshu. Prayeshu means what? Very soon. So if you take every day to read Srimad Bhagavatam, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or hear Srimad Bhagavatam, prayeshu abhadreshu, whatever is inauspicious, abhadreshu, nityam bhagavata sevaya, if you do Srimad Bhagavata seva, if you serve Srimad Bhagavatam, because Srimad Bhagavatam is non-different from the Lord. What you're holding in your hand is non-different from the Lord. It is Grantha Rupam of the Lord. We can't see the Lord. So the Lord is coming as the name. The Lord is coming as the book. The Lord is coming as the deity. Why? Somehow, just like sometimes the husband and wife have a struggle, or maybe they have a fight, or father and child have a fight. The child goes, the father knows the child will not respect me if I go in person. So he texts, or he sends someone else. He sends his mother, or he calls his friend. What happened to my son? Why has he not been calling me? What happened to my daughter? Right? Why is he not lifting the call? Is everything okay? So one time in my hostel, this boy, my roommate, was so busy talking with his girlfriend, he did not lift the call. He was using another number, and this was switched off for 4 days. So his father came 2 hours right in the bus and he said, "Why are you not calling me? Where are you? Everything is safe?" So he wasn't lifting the call. So he became very impatient, right? And he called me and he spoke to me and he said, everything is okay and this and that. So similarly, Krishna also, we are not contacting him. He's trying to call us. But I said, no, I'm busy with my demands of the senses. Demands of my senses. We think when our senses demand something, that demand is me. So this is the biggest illusion in this world today. Whenever there is a demand, we think that demand of the senses, there are 3 demands that are very powerful. The demands of the tongue to taste and talk. The demands of the tongue to taste and talk. very most powerful demand. If you don't control that demand, the next demand is the demand of the stomach. Give me more food. No, I just had a big thali. No. Take that dhokla and put it into your mouth. Take that samosa. Take that crackers, put it into your mouth. So demands of the stomach. When this tongue and belly demands are satisfied, immediately genitals will start getting agitated. Genitals will do dharna. Right? It will become very agitated. And there will be a lot of sex desire. And what is the problem with sex desire? If you satisfy it, it will say, give me more. Give me more. It's like an itch. You scratch it and it will say, give me more. Give me more. You see? So, Havisha Krishna Vartvema Bhuya Eva Abhivardate. Like a fire, you keep on pouring ghee. It says more and more. So the Shastra is restricting your tongue, your belly and genitals. Because if it is unrestricted, it will become problem. But the thing is, we can fly above all of these demands. When you fly above these demands, you will feel very peaceful. When you have a personality which is above these demands, right now we do not know ourselves about anything beyond these demands. These demands are coming so continuously. Sometimes when I was in college, there will be these Telugu movies. Everyone will be flying like, dubbing. Everyone will be going in the car here, going in the car there. Someone will there, they will fight. You don't know what's going on, right? Like things are going so fast, right? The action-based movies, right? I think I watched this Hindi Singham movie. Right? So someone is constantly going here, constantly going there, and they're going in the car, and there is a bolero coming, there is a qualis coming, like so much going on all the time, but you don't know who's talking. Someone is calling here, someone is calling there, and you don't know what's going on, who's talking, what's going on in the movie. I don't know. And there is a big fight scene, 20 minutes fighting scene, and you know the hero is going to win. But you have to bear it all. Right? So that's how our life is, right? Constantly some demand. The genitals, you fulfill this demand. Genitals said, you fulfill my demands now. Give me something for my tongue now. Eat something. Eat. Now you sleep again. After you finish sleeping now. Now give me something for my eating. Now I want to talk something. Let me browse something. Again genitals, again belly, again this, again that. Oof. So where am I here? If I'm constantly fulfilling the demands of my senses, who am I? We don't know. We don't know. So we are hiding from ourselves. What are we doing? Hiding from ourselves. So there is a very nice book. I like the title. Hiding in Unnatural Happiness. Right? We're all hiding. From whom? From ourselves we are hiding. Atmavit sammato pumsam. Like I was saying. Atma tattvam. We do not know who am I. So the process of yoga means to extricate these demands, to have some free time, me time. Like, how many of you like to have me time? Like, especially parents. Right? So we all like to have me time. So the best me time to have is by the process of bhakti yoga. Why? The me has separated from all the mind, intelligence, the demands of the senses. And now you can actually understand who you are. So this shloka talks about the sages of Naimisharanya are asking a very great personality. His name is Suta Goswami. They are asking many questions to him on the bank of Ganges. Not usually this urge to talk about our workplace, our this is so strong. So even when devotees, meet or something, what happened to your green card? Or what happened to, if you're a student, then what happened to your EAD application? Did it come through or not? Um, did your intern get converted or not? If you're like single and not married, then H1B, did it get picked up or not? If you're married, then did they file for your green card or not? Or if you get I-140, or did your priority dates become current or not? Or what happened in your office? You know, what happened in this group? What happened to that group? What happened to the reorg? Like constantly, this talking is very prevalent. So this association means to stop this talking, right? This talking is an expansion of your false ego. If you keep on talking like that, how will you know who you are? Like this is false talking, talking based on false understanding of who we are. So anyone who's talkative cannot understand Bhakti Yoga. Constantly talkative, motor mouth. You can't understand. Why? Because you're constantly just expanding your false ego. Whatever is illusory self, that only is coming. If you're constantly expanding your illusory self, how will the real self show up? You're not giving an opportunity only to show up. How can you feel happy? So control your senses. So right now you'll feel a little happy, even if my speaking is so bad. You'll feel a little happy right now because you're not speaking for some time. So you'll feel definitely some way a little peaceful. So whenever we are not speaking, whenever our senses are not engaged, even like watching movies or anything, when our senses are something is able to control our senses for some time, you will feel happy. You will feel happy. If it engages your senses, you will feel a little happy. But all these material engagements that engages our senses or material talk, they apparently try to engage your senses, they tend to agitate it more than when you initiated them. So these sages of Naimisharanya are asking questions and answers. They are not based on our bodily identities. First of all, we need to understand we are not this body. What you see in the mirror is not me. This is the beginning of human life. What I feel, what I see is not me. So the civilization today is trying to just devote itself to the car. The driver is there, the car is there. But it does not know who the driver is. It does not know who the driver is. Simply, you keep on feeding the car. Key gas, I take it for a mechanic, brake change, tire change. Okay, transmission, you top up your fluids. And, okay, have you eaten or not? No, I have not eaten. So, what is the food for the soul? What is the food for the soul? What is the food for the soul? Krishna Katha. Krishna Katha, very nice. Chanting, very nice. These are all good answers. But the first food for the soul, first, he's like suffocating. The first food is knowledge about who am I. This is what Krishna mentions in the Bhagavad Gita. Knowledge about the soul, knowledge about who am I. This is the food, first of all. If there is no knowledge about this soul, if there is no food, he is starving. What will happen to me after death? Why do I die? Why do I get diseased? Why do I get old? Why? I don't desire old age. But why is it being forced on me? Has anyone thought about it? Is there anyone who desires disease? No. Now, who am I? Who is this person that I am that does not desire a disease? Something in me hates being diseased. Something in me hates becoming old. Like there is a peak point when you're like 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, you love 22, 23, 24, 25, 27. After that, when you hit 30s, you'll feel I'm getting older. 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. I'm getting older. Right? So why is it that I'm getting worried about being old? Who am I? Everyone seems to have the same feeling about being old, correct? Is there anyone who wants to become old very fast? Have gray hair fast? No one, right? But what is that in me? It's a good question. Don't you think it's a good question? What is that in me that resists this so much? Who am I? What is it that in me that is afraid of losing something, afraid of dying? So, this question is possible in this human life. An animal is constantly seeking only its demands. That's all. What will I get next? Kya milega? What will I get next? This is what it will do. So the sages of Naimisharanya are asking very high class questions. And even after that, they're asking, what is God? What are his activities? Because to understand God, very difficult subject matter. But you go to the TV channel, you go to YouTube, everyone has an opinion about God. Everyone, anyone. And they're so confident about it. Very confident. To understand about God is very difficult. I watched this debate show. I will stay etch in my memory for the rest of my life. 2010 or 11, big debate. Right, one of the biggest debate channels of Tamil. One person is saying there is God. Another person is saying there is no God. And there is a mediator. And all these three parties are first class fools. The person who's saying there is God also, he doesn't know what is God. He thinks there is some magic, there is this, there is that, and doesn't have a strong understanding. The person who's saying there is no God is also bringing all weak arguments. And this person who's mediating, who says no one will know, if you want to believe, you believe. If it makes your life easier, okay, whatever you believe, you believe. Everything is concluding, everything in life is about belief only. If you believe, it exists. If you don't believe, it doesn't exist. This is what is concluding, and they all clap, finish the show, and go home. I say, like, what the heck is this? What is knowledge? Knowledge is not belief systems. Knowledge means I know. I take this tablet, this will go away. So this is not a belief system. This is not a. This is to know what is there in your body. Just like anatomy, if you know, you can know exactly what is there in my body. Where is the lungs? Where is the liver? You can know anatomy, right? So this is cosmic anatomy. What is there in my body? Where is the mind? Where is the intelligence? You know, like if you study automotive engineering, I was very excited when I understood about transmission and clutches. So whenever I changed the gear, I used to understand this is what is going on inside when I change the clutch. This is how it is getting engaged. So I'm changing the first gear, I'm changing the second gear. But this is what is happening. This is getting engaged, this is getting. So this image used to come every time I used to drive the bike. So it made me very excited. So I'm changing the gear here, but this is what is happening actually in the gearbox, which I'm not able to see, but I'm able to see with my intelligence because I read in the book. Is it not? So this is like really you're understanding the architecture of the car. So when you're operating the car, you exactly know. Similarly, when you feel bad, you'll know the architecture inside. This is what is happening inside me right now. I feel jealous right now. This is what is happening inside me right now. I feel very angry right now. This is what is happening right now. So you will be able to know what exactly you are going through. Why I feel what I feel. This is called science. Science of feeling. Science of feeling. Have you ever been taught the science of feeling? No. Because Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam is the science of feeling. If you know the science of something, what can you do? You can control it. Is it not? If you know the science of something, you can execute it smoothly. If you do not know the science, you can't do anything. If I know the science of medicine, someone can administer this medicine. Similarly, if you know the science of your feeling, you can change how you feel. But if you do not know the science of feeling, you will think this is how I feel. I feel bad. And you'll either tell your mother, you'll call your mother, Amma, I feel very bad. No problem, beta. Be happy. And immediately after she says that, we will feel better. Correct? No. Or we watch Instagram for 2 hours. And then we will feel worse. So we have these coping mechanisms to reduce our bad feeling. But this is all numbing gels. So the sages of Naimi Sharanya are asking high class questions about God. God is real. Krishna is real. His pastimes are real. But right now we can't understand about what Krishna is doing, what Rama is doing. We can't understand. So the word that is used is Gudha Kapata Manusha. I'll finish in 5 minutes. Gudha Kapata Manusha. So Krishna, the way he acted, and Lord Rama, when the way he acted, it appears as if he's exactly like a human being. Kapata. Kapata means like a good actor. Lord Rama is crying for Sita. This person is God. That's what sometimes Abrahamics ask, Christians ask. This person is God. He's crying for Sita. How can he be God? Krishna's God is stealing butter. Krishna's God is marrying 16,000 wives. He is like a human being. He's like me only. He's like us. So that is why it says Kapata Manusha is acting exactly like a human being that 99.99% of the people will believe this person is like me only. What is so great about Krishna, Rama? This is 2025. What are you doing? This is all blind belief. This is all mythology. This is all anthropomorphism. This is what Prabhupada is saying in the purport. Anthropomorphism means old people, they wanted to invent some god because they didn't have enough advancement. There was no chat GPT to ask some question. So instead of chat GPT and AI, they're asking some mythical figure called Krishna or Rama that they made up in their mind. Someone wrote a story like Rudyard Kipling. What is this? Harry Potter's this thing. What is her name? Who wrote? J.K. Rowling. I'm sorry. So J.K. Rowling, like J.K. Rowling, Veda Vyasji wrote Mahabharata. Right? He wrote a very complex thing. Right? So right now, why should you be reading all this? All mythology. No, it's not mythology. It's not mythology. This is real. Real science is there. Real science is there. Whatever I'm just saying, how can that be mythology? It will transform your life. So when you apply these things, when you read these things more and more and more, you will understand this cannot be mythology. This cannot be mythology. So, but the way Lord Rama and Krishna acted in this world, it appears exactly as if they are a human being. Hey, Krishna was killed by a hunter. Hey, Krishna was, sporting with wives. I also feel love for my wife. Krishna also has a wife. I and Krishna are the same. Krishna is also loving with his girlfriends. I also feel like having 50 girlfriends. I and Krishna are the same. What is the difference between Krishna and me? It feels like that. But what is the difference between Krishna and me? When you discuss about Krishna, your lust and anger will come down. When you discuss about Shah Rukh Khan or, Singham, then your lust and anger increases. Is it not? When I see Trisha or whatever, Kajol or whatever, my lust is increasing. But when I meditate on Rukmini Devi and Krishna, my lust is decreasing. How is it possible? How is it possible? That means there is something different between the pastimes of Krishna and the pastimes of normal people. Shah Rukh Khan. Correct. That's the right answer. Correct. There is a difference. And all the sannyasis are reading about Krishna's love affairs. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is a Parama sannyasi, is saying, I want to read. He doesn't even want to look at a woman. He's so advanced, but he's reading the pastimes of these gopis. So next week is we are celebrating Radhashtami. Yeah, Radhashtami. Sunday, next Sunday. So she's the biggest devotee, and she is not like another heroine in this world. Because all the great sannyasis are reading about Radharani. Why? Why should they read about a girl? They don't want to marry a girl. They are aloof from all the girls. But they are very eager to read about the gopis. Vrajabadhu Vargena Ya Kalpita. So Chaitanya Prabhu left this. Forget all bhakti. Forget every religion. Just follow the gopis of Vrindavan. That's all there is to religion. Vrajavadu Vargena Ya Kalpita. Vrajavadu Vargena. This Vargam called Vrajavadu Ya Kalpita. Whatever they taught, that is religion. This is what is called love for God. The way that they had love, selfless love for God. They're constantly absorbed. Why? Because Krishna is not like you and me. Krishna is the soul of the entire universe. Krishna is not a human being. Krishna is the absolute truth. So when he steals something, he's not stealing because everything belongs to him. Everything belongs to him. Is it not? So Bhagavatam reminds us in the first 9 cantos, it does not enter into the pastimes. It explains to us who am I, who is Krishna, on a very philosophical level. And then it goes to the pastimes of the Lord. So we should not think this is all mythology. Krishna is like me. He's also sporting to Rasa Leela. Sometimes they try to make a mockery. Krishna is doing Rasa Leela with, in the holy. So I'll also go and touch some women and men and, he'll have some, some happiness. No, this is not on. It appears like that. That is why this is very difficult. Just like sometimes there is a sage. This became very popular right, during Kumbh Mela. There was this IIT sadhu. He's from IIT, but he went to Kumbh Mela and then he became a sadhu. So he's also a sadhu. He's also very poor. He does not have anything. Or like the Goswamis, they also don't have anything. The Goswamis we have here, they're very rich people. But what do they wear? Kaupin. And there is another beggar. He's also wearing kaupina. But he's begging, Amma, please give me something. He's also wearing kaupina. Goswamis are also wearing kaupina. Externally, they look the same. Externally, the person in pure devotee and person who's a beggar in tamoguna, they will appear the same. Yesterday I was saying, right? The person in the meeting room who is very reserved, he does not talk unnecessarily. And the person who does not talk in the meeting room because of laziness, they both look like the same person. So Sattva-guna and Tamoguna, they look the same externally. This Brahmana is also a beggar. The person in the street, he's also the beggar. They both look the same only. Similarly, Rasa Leela of Krishna and whatever these actors and actresses are doing, they look the same externally. But they're completely different. Completely different.
The intentions are.
I'm sorry?
The intentions of both of them are different.
Correct. Intention is different and also the platform is different. So the platform, because you're all expert in gunas now, you have gotten a PhD in 3 gunas. So I'm going to say this is in Rajoguna and Tamoguna. But whatever Krishna's pastimes are transcendental. So beyond Sattva Guna, it is called Nirguna. The lowest is Tamoguna, Rajoguna, Sattva Guna, and beyond that is Nirguna. So these pastimes are all on the Nirguna platform. So when you read these pastimes of Krishna, you will become purified. How is it possible that I meditate that Krishna is stealing butter, your tendency to steal will go away. You meditate that Krishna is sporting with his girlfriends, your tendency to sport with many girlfriends will go away. How is it possible? That is the meaning of Krishna's pastimes are transcendental. Tatkartu Jnaya. Right? So we must understand Krishna's past in the right perspective. It is all very transcendental, very scientific. Please, let's not miss this opportunity. Make a solution to the problems of life. You're all very young, right? So take this very seriously. And if you do that, everything will be sorted out. Let's stop here. Any questions or comments are welcome. Any questions or comments? Arguments?
Can all our seva influence somebody else's life? Like, so we are doing it, but it helps us.
Every action that we are doing either inspires someone else in a positive way or in a negative way. We are all preaching every moment by our actions. Sometimes people feel, I should never be with this person by my action. Sometimes people feel, I want to be around this person. So we are constantly influencing people around us. Always, all the time. Positive or negative depends. Right? All the time. So I feel inspired seeing many of you. And I feel inspired seeing all of you coming to the morning program. So maybe all of you do not plan to inspire me. I'm going to teach, the speaker how to be so sattvic. You didn't intend like that. But because you all came to the morning program, which is very difficult to come, especially in today's age, we want to sleep more on a Sunday. Right? So you are inspiring. So by you staying here, you're inspiring someone else. You see? So all of us are inspiring others. So just like I remember my sister, I used to tell my parents, we are not the body. Temporarily, we are parent and I'm son. And when I told this to my parents in the first year of my college, they felt very afraid. You're going to become a sadhu, you're going to become a monk, right? So they hated Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Not hated in the sense they did not like have a great fascination. Because it's like, doodh ka doodh, pani ka pani, right? Straightforward, I hit it on the face. And they were not amused. But when my sister started getting interested in Bhagavad Gita, she was very very nice. She used to have she's pretty, what do you say, impulsive before, and very adamant before. And whenever we used to go out, I want this, I want that. And 1 hour, 2 hours minimum in every shopping place to buy this, buy that. And after taking to Krishna consciousness, she became so helpful and very caring and such a transformation. Very simple, very humble, very modest. Not real. And my parents got so impressed with that change of behavior, and my philosophy did not matter so much. I was thinking, what arguments I'm giving? I'm giving one astra after another astra. They cannot deny my arguments at all. Every argument I'm making is so incisive. I was feeling like that. But the practicality of my sister transformed my mother's and my parents' hearts. It touched their hearts. So we transform people not by our words most of the time. We transform people by touching their hearts. If you can touch their heart, then they will feel transformation. My life also, all the philosophy of whatever is there in Bhagavad Gita is very helpful. But I could change because of the touch that my spiritual master had on me, the personal touch, by his behavior, by his demeanor, by his compassion, by his simplicity. That's what touches our heart. That's what transforms people's lives. You see? So the more we imbibe that mentality, of course, I'm not there. So I'm more a speech person. Unfortunately, I don't have enough qualities to touch someone's hearts. So, but there are plenty of devotees like that. And all of you are like that in many ways. So that's the way to transform someone's life. Any questions? Any other questions? Comments? Yes.
Mention that
when we speak or hear about Krishna's pastime, it's enriching, and in the meantime, if we hear about any noble person, it's not right.
Yes.
It increases our lust and anger.
Yes.
On the contrary.
Yes.
So how is it that when we speak of or hear of Krishna, it enriches us, and the other thing?
That's why I said this is the gunas. So everything has a certain guna associated with it. Some actors are a little more sattvic. So when you talk about them, you don't feel so agitated. Some actresses are not so, they are not so, what do you say, right now they're called bold. So they're a little more modest. So maybe when you watch their movies, you feel a little different. Even within different movies, right? So everything has a different impact. Like that's what we were discussing yesterday. Sattva guna influence is different, Rajoguna influence different, Tamoguna influence different. But Krishna's activities, Krishna is mentioning the Bhagavad Gita. Does anyone know the shloka? Janma karma cha me divyam yevam yo vedi tapataha taktva deham punarjanma naiti mamiti soljana. So everything about my pastimes and my birth are all divine. They're transcendental. If we associate with these, just like we are associating with Bhagavad Gita, what am I speaking? I'm just repeating Bhagavad Gita. I'm like a tape recorder. None of these realizations are mine. So if at all you feel some way purified, if you didn't feel purified, it is because I'm adding something and I'm messing it up. But if at all you're feeling purified, it is because it is Krishna's words. Padmanabhasya mukha padmasya vinisrita. It came from the beautiful lips of Padmanabha, Krishna. So anyone who touches Krishna, you're forced to become purified. You have no other choice other than to become purified. How? That's what is Krishna. Puta mad bhavam agataha. You'll become purified. Puta. Many people have become purified by touching me. Touching me can also mean literally. Touch Srimad Bhagavatam for 5 minutes. Krishna purify me. Krishna purify me. Touch Bhagavatam for 5 minutes, you'll become purified. 100% guaranteed. 100%. Even if you don't read Bhagavatam, Krishna, I want to touch Srimad Bhagavatam. This is not different from the Lord. I'm touching Bhagavatam. Please purify me, Krishna. Do that for 5 minutes, you'll become purified. Or hear about Krishna for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you'll become purified. So Krishna is like the, what do you say? Like they say, heat sink, right? He's the purification source, right? Like anyone who touches Krishna, apavitra pavitrova sarvavastham gatopiva. Whatever you are, whoever you are, I'm a serial rapist. But you touch Krishna, you'll become purified. Powerfulness of Krishna. Krishna doesn't care about your past. Doesn't matter. You simply touch him, you'll feel. Touch means literally touch. Touches deity form, touches mantra, touches Bhagavatam, touches words, touches pastimes. Anything that is related to Krishna is not different from Krishna. Or touches devotees. Touches devotees' words. Everything is qualitatively the same. And you'll feel purified. Purified means what? What will I feel? You'll feel very peaceful. All misery will go away. All doubts will go away. All misidentification will go away. Everything will go away. Clear? Any other questions or comments? Okay, I won't delay prasadam further. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेषु वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।